Good morning. Today's topic is pigmentary disorder. Melanin play an important role in deciding color of the skin. Pigmentary skin disorder occur due to either increase or decrease in melanin pigment of the skin. Okay. Depending upon that basis, the pigmentary disorder classified into two types. First, we see classification of pigmentary disorder. So, depending upon the content of melanin, pigmentary disorder classified into two types. First is hypopigmentation. Here, the melanin content is decreased. Second is hyperpigmentation. Here, the melanin content is increased. Hypopigmentation is also called hypomelanosis. Okay. Hypopigmentation or hypomelanosis means decreased content of melanin. Hypermelanosis means hypermelanosis means increased content of melanin. Now see toward the hypopigmentation. It is again two types. First is melanocytopenic hypomelanosis. Melanocytopenic hypomelanosis. Here number of melanocyte is decreased, means cell number is decreased. What is called that type? Melanocytopenic hypomelanosis. The example is vitiligo or leukoderma. Second type is melanopenic hypomelanosis. Melanopenic hypomelanosis. What happened here? Number of melanocyte is normal but content is decreased. What happened here? Number of cell is decreased. Here number of melanocyte cell is normal but content is decreased. Example of that type is vitiligo or leukoderma. Example of that type is albinism. I repeat it shortly. First we see hypomelanosis. Hypopigmentation means decreased content of melanin. Depending on number of cell, it is again of two types. Here in first type, number of melanocyte is decreased, means number of cell is decreased. This is called melanocytopenic hypomelanosis. Example is vitiligo or leukoderma. Second is number of cell is normal but content, melanin content is decreased. This is the melanopenic hypomelanosis. The example is albinism. It is genetic disorder. Okay. So now come toward the hypermelanosis. Hyperpigmentation. This is in this condition melanin content is increased. Again it is of two types. First is melanocytotic hypomelanosis. Melanocytotic hypomelanosis. Here increasing number of melanocytes. Second is melanotic hypermelanosis. Okay, means normal number of melanocyte but content is melanin content is increased. The example of first type is lentigo. So example of first type is lentigo. Example of second type is melanotic hypermelanosis. Example is chloasma. Chloasma means patchy discoloration on face, mostly seen in female at the menopausal age or during pregnancy. Okay, this is due to the hormonal imbalance. This is the example of that second type. Okay, in first type lentigo. Now we see in detail the hypopigmentary disorder. First see about the vitiligo. Okay, vitiligo, everyone know vitiligo very well. It is very common skin disorder. Even layman also know about the vitiligo. Vitiligo is the acquired pigmentary disorder occurred due to decrease in number of melanocytes and it is characterized by patchy loss of pigment from the skin. It is occurred due to the decrease in number of melanocytes and characterized by patchy loss of pigment from the skin. Okay. Now see about the causes of the vitiligo. First, unknown cause. In most of the cases, cause is unknown. Second is other causes are hypothetical causes, mean no base is proper, there is hypothetical causes. In first, hypothetical cause is genetic. Family history support that genetic cause of the vitiligo. So this is the first cause. Second is immune hypothesis. Immunological cause is there. first is cause is unknown most of the cases. Other causes are hypothetical, means no proper basis there. First is genetic. So family history confirm that genetic cause. Second is immunological hypothesis. It is considered as an autoimmune disorder due to its association with the autoimmune disorder, that is pernicious anemia and thyrotoxicosis. So in some cases vitiligo present with pernicious anemia and thyrotoxicosis. It confirm the immunological hypothesis. Next is neural hypothesis. Next cause is neural hypothesis. Third is neural hypothesis cause of the vitiligo. It is a neurochemical mediator melanocyte segmentary distribution of the vitiligo in some cases. Support this hypothesis. Neurochemical mediator melanocytic segmental distribution of vitiligo support this cause. So these three causes of vitiligo there, but most important is genetic and unknown cause is the found in most of the cases of vitiligo. So now see about the incidence. It affects 1 to 2% of the population only. Not too much population is affected, only 1 to 2% population is affected. Most common age of the occurrence is 10 to 30 years of the age. Family history present in 20 to 30% of cases. Okay, genetic is one important cause, but only 20 to 30% of cases show the family history. Okay, and only 10 to 30 years of age is the more common age of occurrence is there. 1 to 2% population is only affected. Now, how it is clinically present? The next important is clinical presentation. It mostly present as a patchy loss of pigment from the skin. So vitiligo present at the patchy loss of pigment from the skin. Lesions are sharply circumscribed and milky white in color. Okay, lesions are milky white in color, and hair in that patches are also discolored. So hair is also lost the color in that patches. This confirm the vitiligo. Okay. Sensation is depigmented patches is normal. So how it is present? Patchy loss of the skin, milky white color of the skin, hair color is also lost in that patches, and sensation is normal in that patches. This is the presentation of the vitiligo. Now generalized vitiligo. Generalized vitiligo is symmetrical and involve wrist, knee, neck and area around the body orifices. Generalized vitiligo is always symmetrical, means present on both sides of the body. Mostly involve wrist, joint, neck, knee, area around the orifice, means maybe around the mouth, maybe around the nose and maybe around the anal regions. Means orifices are most commonly affected and present on both sides of the body, means symmetrical presentation. This is the generalized type of vitiligo. Segmental vitiligo restricted to the one part of the body, but not it is necessary. Segmental vitiligo always restricted to the one part, means we see the two types, generalized and symmetrical. Symmetrical is restricted to the only one part of the body, and generalized present on both side of the body, means present on the similar side of the both side of the body. Okay. Trauma and sunlight may be the precipitating factor in occurrence of the vitiligo. Means family history may be there, but how it is started, patients exposed to the sunlight or any trauma. It means it first started at the site of the trauma or on sun exposed area. This is the presentation of the vitiligo. Skin is photosensitive and lead to the early sunburn and premature aging of the. So what is the side effect? What is the side effect in vitiligo? Means sunburn is there and early aging of the skin is present in vitiligo. Precipitating factor are sunlight and trauma. Means first it occur on the first maybe start at the site of the trauma. Okay. This is the clinical presentation of the vitiligo. Means patchy loss of the skin, milky white color of the skin, patch sensation is present in there, means not loss of the sensation is there, and color of the hair also lost at the site of the patch. This is the confirmation of the vitiligo. Okay. And sunlight and trauma is the precipitating factor in occurrence of the vitiligo, and skin become photosensitive. This lead to the early sunburn and early premature aging. Okay, this is the presentation of vitiligo. Diagnosis is confirmed by Wood light examination. Wood light examination help to differentiate between pigmentary and non-pigmentary skin, and mostly it is depend on the clinical presentation. So clinical diagnosis confirm the diagnosis. Treatment is in allopathy there is topical steroid, oral steroid and phototherapy with ultraviolet B radiation. This is the treatment of vitiligo. Now second type is albinism. Second example of hypopigmentary disorder is albinism. The cause is typically genetic cause is there. It is different from the vitiligo. In vitiligo, patchy loss of the skin is there, but in albinism, complete loss of the skin is there and present from the birth. Complete milky white color of the skin and it present from the birth. But in vitiligo, it is not occur like that. Means not white color, loss of the color from the birth. But and other differentiation what is there? There the patchy loss. Vitiligo means leukoderma. Here the patchy loss of the skin, and albinism it is genetic disorder and complete loss of the skin is means all skin is white and it present from the birth. This is the difference between albinism and vitiligo. Clinically, person affected and present as the complete white skin, hair and pink iris from the birth. Increased risk of sunburn and skin cancer is there in albinism. So this is the difference between vitiligo and albinism. Treatment is same, steroid, oral steroid, local steroid and ultraviolet radiation. But prognosis is bad in albinism. Skin cancer is more common in albinism, but vitiligo the incidence is less of the skin cancer. Okay, this is the pigmentary disorder, hypopigmentary disorder. Thank you.